Yo, 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 you know what it is, man. It's time for the livest sports talk radio show on the planet, man, beyond the bleachers. You know what I'm saying? I got my mans Jay Lou and Hugh in the building. And of course, you know, you got your boy, man, the hood Howard Stern holding it down in the place to be. Fellas, what's popping with you? Man, same old, bro. I can't complain. What's going on with y'all, fellas? Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. What's going on with you though, Jay? I bet your ass ain't outside today. Yeah, I bet you ain't outside today. It's cold as hell. Man, I'm already trying to tell you, dog, this weather crazy as hell. What else been going on though, fellas, other than this crazy ass weather? Right. That's what's up. All right, hey, anything all day? You said you're chilling all day? I feel you. I ain't mad at you on that tip, dog. I guess it's all good. Hey, but look, before well, I'm gonna ask y'all a couple questions, though. You know, just to get the week started, because I see what y'all had going on over the weekend, whatever. But before we get into our topic too, I got one more thing to bring up, which is something that we actually talked about on the radio show last Monday. But we just gonna kick it with y'all for another couple minutes about what y'all did over the weekend. Anything exciting happened this weekend, Jay? All right, so it's been kind of lazy weekend for you. Huh? Okay. Okay, well that worked out. All right, what about you, Hugh? Right.
try to make that last game 7. Yeah, make a run to be down 5. They go down 5, another 15, and I was like, damn, it's just something needs to be done with them dudes, man. They need to dissect what they need after having like Carl Crawford and JJ Redick, man. One of them guys got to go, and I would say Crawford because at least JJ Redick can hit the open 3-pointers, man. But you know, Crawford, man, he be real iffy, man. You know, that's why he seemed like he never stick with a team. You know, so yeah, man, I would be happy, which I know is like, you know, wishful thinking. But if they can somehow make a trade for my dude Rudy Gay, man, I think that'll be a good pickup for them, man. But they need somebody who's a serious scoring threat, man. And that's what hurts them. And like guys like Matt Barnes and all them other bums, like Big Baby Davis, they got to go.
Yeah, I mean, the collapse, man, was just so, that was rough. Like 3-1, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you understand.
Yeah.
You could understand them kind of losing game 5. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a nice little cushion. So game 5, you know, Houston at home, they pretty much fighting for their lives. So
right.
You know, they're gonna come out scrappy, whatever. So if they pull them out then, okay. But game 6, you come back to Los Angeles, close out game on your home floor. You pretty much beat they butt the whole game. And take James Harden out. James Harden out the whole 4th quarter. So you pretty much like, you know what I'm saying? You at this point, you know what I'm saying, as a basketball fan, you look at it like, all right, we can pencil this in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, we pencil this in. We're going to Western Conference Finals. Get ready for Golden State. You know, and they have 9 points going to the quarter. And you lose by double digits, though. They lost by double digits.
I know, right? Yeah, they did lose by double digits. My bad, y'all lost me for a minute. I had some technical difficulties.
That was just not apathetic, though, man. I was embarrassed to be a Blake Griffin and Chris Paul fan, but you know what? It ain't even on them, man, because they had brilliant games. These dudes played good, man. A lot of turnovers messed up too. I wanted to kill JJ Redick for some of them silly passes he was doing, man, and it was like a lot of unadvised passes in this game.
But the thing is, though, they should never even been in that position.
They should have never been in that position, Hugh.
Right.
Not at all.
Yeah, and see, that's the problem. That's the problem. That series should never even got to where it got.
I agree.
Well, we gonna get into all that in a minute, though. But before we jump off into that, though, I just wanted to ask y'all about this. Totally unrelated to sports. But how do y'all feel about Harriet Tubman being on the $20 bill, though? Hey, Jay, I'm gonna go to you first on that one, man.
I remember when we touched on this subject about 2 weeks ago. We talked about this.
Yep.
I like it. I don't. You know, you know what I'm saying, that the U.S. currency is taking a change. You know what I'm saying, of course. I mean, they're about to have an African on currency. So it's just opened the door for so much. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, you know what I'm saying, I'm accepting this. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But I'm thinking, who's next? You know what I'm saying? Who's next? You want to see Martin Luther King on some money? Or who? Who next? What African American historical figure are going to see next on currency? And this has to open the doors for just so much. Like, are the presidents going to be extinct when it comes to being on, you know what I'm saying, U.S. currency now? Mm-hmm. You know, because now, you know what I'm saying, you get to somebody who is historically, you know what I'm saying, known for, you know, her heroics on the during the slavery era, you know what I'm saying, free and slave and stuff like that. So, I mean, this is like This starts here. I like it. I like it.
What you say about that, Hugh?
I definitely like to touch up on what James here too. Definitely agree with him on that. And I definitely think it's good. You know, it's a good uplifting for us, man, and it's a good start to a new movement as far as when it comes to the dollars and the currencies that we have, because you know, we've been talking for a while now about, man, we have finally got the first black president, and it's a blessing to be alive and living in these times. Because when we were kids, we never thought in a million years, you know, when we picked up our books and history books and stuff, that there would be a black president. And us still being here lived in those times. Let alone now, we had the first black president, and now we're going to have the first black or African American person you have on money, you know.
Right.
And it's not president, that's big. It's just basically a monumental person in our history, in black history, that who's going to be on money now, man. That's kind of huge, man. That's just letting you know that that's good to open those doors, man. It's like, it's not setting boundaries no more, man. It lets, you know, little kids, man, African American children, man, when they're like 4 and 5 years old, from their pre-days to getting into, you know, elementary, and, you know, from then you can tell them the things. I look, our parents used to say that to all of us, man, you know, like, you can be anything you want to be.
Right.
Even a United States. And I'm like, man, get the hell out of here. But it happens, you know.
Right.
And that's huge, man, to see these things happening, things changing around us, you know. And I hope, man, and you guys know I'm about to say this, man, Hugh.
All right, what's that?
I hope that they don't try to do this with the news. In fact, they try to, you know, distract us from a lot of the bullshit that we had suffered recently, you know, with the police brutality and, you know, the killing of black males, you know.
Right.
A lot of times they try to patch it with stuff like that and thinking it's necessary. But, you know, I feel like if they sincerely want to do this and make a change in the way of doing things as far as opening, you know, the doors for us, man, separate so many boundaries. To put the first black person on, you know, money right now is awesome, man. But then, you know, still need to focus on, they still need to realize too, man, that a lot of the unnecessary things that's been going on, that needs to be put through with too, man, and they need to make better decisions, do better as law enforcement, man, and supposedly, you know, people supposed to protect, serve, man. It's like, you know, they're protecting themselves right now.
Right.
And I'm not really happy with people. And I just think it's a good movement, man. It's a good step for us, man. But it's like, when will the other, you know, foolishness stop as well, you know?
Right.
So to practice with this, you know, basically give us something, you know, for us to embrace, and at the same time, you know, something, you know, for us to embrace, and at the same time, you know, make us turn away from the stupidity that's going on.
Yeah. I feel you, and you know, I feel both of y'all opinions, and then we go jump off to the real sports topics in a minute. But let me just put in my 2 cents, man. This is what I spoke about last week, and my thing is, it's a little bit different. All right, so I think it's a bad idea. I think that the concept behind money, not only here but most other places on earth, is either has the portrait of a president, or you know, the dictator, or whoever it is at that point, or like in Canada, you know, you got the Queen on there. So I just think that this is going to disrupt just the whole concept of money. And I say that only because what if? I mean, this is just a what if though. What if at this point you've taken off a president to put on? I know we keep saying a black or African American woman. Let's keep it real and call it what it is. You put a slave on the money, right? Now, what if this somehow degrades our trade value, you know, somewhere else? Like, for me, I think it's a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, it's cool. It's like, you know what, man, you put like an ambassador to freedom on the legal note, right? But then at the same time, if you look at it, it's almost, this is probably gonna be way out in left field, but it's almost like a mockery. It's almost like a slap in the face because this world, or this not this world, but this country was built on capitalism, and that capitalism expanded from cotton in the hands of African Americans and slaves. Well, not African Americans, but Africans and slaves. And then you kind of like a slap in the face to say, you know what, we got this capitalist society because of these slaves, so let's go put one on the money. And then all of a sudden we're supposed to just be pacified and think that everything cool. Now that we got a black president, we got a slave on the money. Now we just need to shut the fuck up. And see, I think that's what it's leading to. It's just trying to give us more shit to tell us to shut the fuck up. And that's just the way I look at it. You know, it's just my 2 cents. You know what I'm talking about? But just what I was thinking.
You remember when I was talking about, when we were talking about this about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And I said that I felt like Martin Luther King and all the other members should have kept marching. Like they gave us concessions and was like, let them, you know what I'm saying? Them Negroes, we know they ain't say Negroes. But,
right.
You know, let them go ahead and let them vote. Just get them out the street. You know, let them vote.
Right.
Like, you know, we you know, stood there and, you know, hung our spirituals and we was happy. But we wasn't looking at the bigger picture. And I agree with what you're saying. But I do think you know what I'm saying, a breaking of some of the barriers that we have fought for, you know what I'm saying, for years. But I said it's like kind of the same way. Like,
yeah, well, right.
Put Harriet on there. You know, after all the stuff that was happening.
Right. So it's a kind of a deep subject. I think it goes a lot deeper than just, you know, having her on the $20 bill. But for one thing, you're replacing a president, which is going to throw off the whole shift of things because there's no money that I know of anywhere that doesn't have the leader of that country or the former leaders, dictators, or presidents on a monetary note. And so this is weird for one, but then it's gonna bring up some issues though. It's gonna either be a pacifier for us, or it's gonna be another reason for white people to hate us. And I hate to say that on the air, but I said it already and it's being recorded, so I can't take it back. But
it gets to the point where, like I was saying, they were saying that nope. You know what I'm saying? The money notes
it'll be going away.
Extinction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Our dollar isn't that day. You know, I was playing around. Me and my friend was around with this calculator.
Okay.
The year calculator, whatever, and we were looking at what the value of a dollar, you know, and that's like 40, 30, 30 or 40 or whatever, like was equivalent to having like $250.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like now, you know what I'm saying? You got $10, you got $10.
Right.
Probably was like, well, you know what I'm saying? But you get to the point where I'm going to use paper notes. You're going to use something else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be something electronically based. So we'll have to use each our currency. You know what I'm saying? Use for our currency. So this may just be, you know, put her on here because this paper crap Because the box
not gonna matter anyway.
You know what I'm saying? Because you look at it, because you look at it, everything is going green. Everything is going green anyway. You know what I'm saying? They're not even sending paper bills to you anymore. In the mail, so you get an email to you, whatever now. So, you know, things are turning to electronic. So,
right.
like I said, let's get into the work. I mean, it's about to be out anyway, so.
Just whoever on there.
2 years or so. You know what I'm saying? They don't really know that money about to get extinct. But we look at that, okay, she's about to be on the money, it's on electronic, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I do like it though. You know what I'm saying? To see an actual, you know, African on the money.
An actual slave, I hear you.
Different.
I feel you, man. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like, and if he was gonna go that route, perhaps maybe we could have used somebody else. I don't know. But anyway. Enough about that, man. Let's get to some sports. But what we are gonna do though is we'll kind of stick with what we're talking about right now as far as black people and black people opportunities. And where we gonna go with that though is we about to go to some sports with it. But I want to know, what y'all think about this, man. I'm gonna throw it to you first, Hugh. And as far as black head coaches go, why do you think they not really targeted for a lot of the job openings, when they come about?
No, that's a really picky topic to talk about because we see it all the time, man. We watch NFL and we watch ESPN, we watch sport networks, man, and we see these things, and it's rare. It seems like I'm not trying to, choose race or anything. But if I was in a situation where I'm a black coach, just like Monty Williams, we're going to throw Monty Williams out there, man. I think he did a good job with the Pelicans, man. That's what people expected. With Drew Holiday, Anthony, Davis wasn't really healthy. He had a lot of banged up players on the team, and we saw it. I definitely looked in the playoffs at one point, and they showed when they played Golden State at least about 12 to 14 players who were injured played with the team the whole year. I believe Drew Holiday was out for 30 games when he came back and played in that series.
Right.
And what happened? They come on TV and it was the biggest bullshit I've ever heard when they said, we thought about this. He made the playoffs. The team was going in direction. We want to go in a different direction with our team. What the hell? I mean, when this guy had all these injuries and all these problems with the team, and all of a sudden, you just get rid of it. And I know y'all probably look at it like same thing happened to Scott Brooks, but look how many chances Scott Brooks had. So,
right.
He didn't really have as many chances. And it's like, I just don't think that they trust the teams with, the black coaches, man. In a rare instance, man, a man, which for Sands, was basically under Harbaugh's wing. He took him under his wing,
right.
And when Harbaugh left, he basically gave him the stamp of approval. Luckily, he got the key to that building and field to this day because he has a good organization team built behind him. But that's rare that you see that.
Right.
You can probably Google how many black coaches it is in college football, college basketball, NFL, NBA. It ain't gonna be me. You probably see how all of that.
Right. That's true.
I don't understand I'm trying to know why you the hell there's many black people out there. I just don't think give them a lot of chances. I don't really believe that fair. I like them coaches. He had two in the NBA right now we're gonna speak about, man. Who are great coaches, man. I don't believe they will still be out here being an analyst on TV. He was a good coach, man.
Right.
And I didn't think he was a bad coach at all. He basically got the guys to rally together and love them. But it's not when it was to, the basically was like, hey, man, you can get up to promised land and ask them. And guess what? Rick Carlisle get the team that he made from the draft pick to his blood, sweat, and tears.
Right.
Shit. We gonna even go back to NFL on this, brother. Correct if I'm wrong. My boy, Tony Dungy, man, well-respected coach, man. He wasn't about no crap, man. He was one of the rare black that they had, even though you can't say black. That dude was black.
Yeah, he wasn't 100% black, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
He was a great coach, man. Hey, man, he had that Tampa 2 defense, man. He had one and all these good players, man, and made a hell of a run, But guess what? Wasn't good enough for him to sit.
Right.
Here comes. I mean, he won a Super Bowl, though. Yeah, he won one, but look how long it took after. Because I grew up at that game 4 years with that team. He possibly won a Super Bowl. They took that away from him, man. That first Super Bowl and gave it to John. Not saying I don't like.
I was just gonna say.
Not so.
Or maybe that was the edge that they was missing. Maybe that was the edge they was missing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, we see it all the time, man.
Right.
You seen it with Rick Carlisle at Tampa in Dallas. They gave me Johnson team, and then we seen it in the NFL with Tony Dungy. Yeah, he got his championship, but it's okay to get that championship after that, Raiders situation, when my man left the Raiders and he came to Tampa Bay, and then Dungy went to the Colts, man. That was like a real crazy situation, man. But hey, it's hard to really pinpoint that. But I just don't really think, Hugh and James, but they trust black coaches up, man. I might be wrong, y'all. I mean, I stop here from a little bit too, pro-black on this situation. Well, come on, man. Let's be serious, man. I don't think they trust black coaches like that, man. But they don't feel like they can give them the whole key to the car, man.
Right. I mean, I agree with that totally.
Think about it. What my man Mark Jackson, man,
right?
They get the damn team to Steve. We don't even take it there. So when it's championship, I pass out.
You gonna pass out good?
But if this shit happen again, I'm gonna say
What'd you say about that, Jay?
these guys grooming these teams, man.
I agree with Hugh 100%. And I know these people are starting to rant a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel because my dilemma is I'm trying to just reason why you don't have why I can say that black coaches, considered minorities out here, in the industry, whatever. But when it comes to professional sports, you don't even see that. And this is what so whatever, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, it gives the black coaches a look.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was pissed. I'm an Oklahoma City Thunder fan. Okay, they got rid of Scott Brooks. You know what I'm saying? We kind of all knew it was coming, but then hired Billy Donovan out interviewing anybody else with. Great coach, great developmental guy. You know, you got they've been in the coaching game for minutes. Look at it. How do you fight those that get you to the playoffs? Like he was working with nothing with the mesh.
Right.
They weren't even out of playoff contention, but they fired. Get my ass. Like I'm pissed.
Right.
It's me. I just want to coach it. You know, and you look at it. Talk about college football, stuff like that. The Fab Five plus back in the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And got put on all those sanctions or whatever. He got the recruiting back on. This season, we got him back to the NCAA tournament and cheer. Bam. Out of there.
Right.
Steph Curry was under so much scrutiny when he got drafted to go to state. Not a typical point guard. He's just a shooter and that and the other. He didn't face tough competition. He wasn't able to. And he was a flash in the pan in the tournament, that and the other. And I said, next year, just develop the hell out of it. And this is the product we got now, MVP. You know what I'm saying? About to go to the finals, whatever. But what they do to Mark that act out of here. And my thing is, these head coaches come up. We kind of just love coach get an NFL.
Right.
The NFL is notorious for.
Oh yeah, the NFL probably worst of all.
They've had damn near lawsuits because they didn't coach before they hired somebody.
Right, now they even got to the point now where they just kind of have one up there and say that they're for consideration, just to kind of get past that point of not being accused of not, you know, at least taking a look at a black coach. So you can already tell just by that they're not even trying to get a black coach. And I know you mentioned earlier about the collegiate level, and I think my question there though is I'm gonna throw this back to you, Hugh. I think my question there is that in the collegiate level, is it possible that because there's not a lot of black head coaches in the college level, you think that has something to do with the reason why the NFL teams kind of don't trust the talent of a black head coach?
Pretty cheap right there, man.
Right, I know, right?
I hope that's not the case, man. I really hope that's not the case. That is really crazy to think that. You know, what's so crazy now too is the fact that most of the guys, and I'm not even put it out there and saying, you know, black kids is out here, man. And it even goes to kids, man, when it comes to the NFL too, man. It's like for instance, happened with Cam Newton, you know.
Right.
And it was like Cam got it on. And Winston, but Cam on he did when he came in the league. It's winning, man. He's a with that man. You know, he could have been close to that was a painted, you know, division that win you know, I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
Well, we're going to get to the facts, man. Like, on him.
Right.
Greg, then the young kid went to Dallas, you know. They basically from a top 10 and from Nebraska.
Right.
Being a six.
It's a hell of a drop.
Issue. Like you said, man, you know, we have black coaches in the collegiate level. You think they're really respect what they're doing, or they're respect that coach. I mean, they do have my man, the Stafford, who got the Stafford the school for hardball.
Right.
But how many black coaches out there do you feel like they really trust, you know, with their passion?
That's true.
From, you know, trust in the coaches, man, that they feel like they'll listen to them. They might have some of the most
right.
Former, you don't know who, you know, and y'all heard about that who fighting
No.
in prison, man, just recently, man.
Oh, damn.
And he's in more trouble.
Thug life.
You know, it was like he had a lot of crazy dudes under him, man. You know, he had just like a lot of bad things went down under him, man. And he doesn't get those stories. I bet you if he wants to get in the NFL, you know how many coaches they were fired?
They're a straight fire coach.
Well, that's been a black coach. I don't think they have trust.
Right.
You know, the reliability in a black coach right now.
Yeah, that's a bad thing though. What you say about that, Jay?
Well, I just think it comes down to people don't like change. That's the thing I keep coming up with when I see the lack of black head coaches in college sports and then going up to the NFL level. It's just about somebody being the head of being a central program. Because, you know, when you're the head of a college program, that is like, that's a big deal.
Right.
Almost bigger than an NFL program. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in a college program, you're getting kids ready to go to the NFL. You know,
right.
And especially the kids who just walk college at all. You got to develop these guys. You know, then you got to make sure they stay eligible. You got to make sure your program is getting run clean, which, you know what I'm saying, about 7% of the program is dirty. You know what I'm saying? But you got to make sure everything is straight with that. You got to get out here and recruit. You got to make sure your staff is in everything. So, one thing is that the guy from the coach that's Texas right now.
Okay.
Totally strong. He came from Mississippi. And Charlie Strong, you know, and very defensive Blizzard, you know what I'm saying, hired him right off the bat. Because, you know, Texas, they're known for good football program.
Right.
You know, and they're known for they're like, hey, we got to get defensive line coach over here, whatever. They straight up hired him. They didn't even think about nobody else. They went out and got him. Like, okay, we're going to interview him and we're going to hire him. And man, the award was ridiculous in Texas. It was ridiculous. They wanted him before he even coached his first game.
Damn.
Right, and I mean, we kind of know.
Right.
I think is
Mm-hmm.
I think that does lead and to get to the pro level, and coaches are qualified. Coaches that's been on NFL staff, the aides or the head coaches, everything that are black and don't think at all. They don't get. I probably, you know, less 30 or so.
Right.
And you got this, probably the same thing in assistant coach 20 years for what he's doing should get at least an interview.
Right.
You know, he does. It's like them three black coats, each side coat. I don't know how listen.
Right.
Now when was in we had
The quota was filled, huh?
With 15 some odd years to build a game, and everybody prays, you know, the hate and stuff, and don't be looking like, you know,
right.
He didn't put that game plan together.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This dude I think he comes from issue. All of us are black coaches from elite and like I said, NBA too. Nowhere in the Oklahoma City was straight up higher Philly Dodgers. If that was that job come and
right.
Get an assistant, you know what I'm saying? Let him come you know, see how qualified he is for the job, and say, hey, none of them met our qualifications. We're gonna go ahead and go with the job.
Right.
I would have been okay with that, but just to hire him straight out of the goddamn college, coach, you know what I'm saying? And you got guys that are qualified. Avery Johnson went to an NBA.
Right.
He took a Dallas team to the NBA final.
Yeah.
This is true.
I mean, that's crazy.
So you know what the question is then? How do you gain that trust in order to, you know, get these black coaches some looks? Like, how do you get that trust?
It's bad, man. You gotta win that shit.
Simple as that.
One black person right now And we all know and love and respect the hell out of him because he's won championships, multiple championships. Mike Tomlin.
Right.
Same questions about Tomlin. They had the same lack of trust. They didn't trust him. They had the same trust issues, Mike Tomlin at one point. They were like, man, this dude wasn't even a true coach, man. He wasn't like an assistant head coach. He wasn't like a good offensive coordinator or not. He wasn't even really a defensive coordinator.
Right.
We heard those words. And he went to Pittsburgh. So they were like, okay, Pittsburgh, they're like, hey, but I was real Howard King. But it got to the point where this guy ain't disciplined in the players. And we see something that not only was the defense still case, but were a little bit more active.
Right.
Like the defense was back in. See Troy Polamalu come.
Hell yeah.
Back. He them like chess piece, man. They were all over the board, and that's where they have like a top.
Right.
Because out aggressive.
Right.
He turned around.
Right. Then you couldn't say that.
You had to respect him because he basically went out there and gained trust.
Right.
Which is all about winning championships. To think about it, if my school went off, they did the finals, man, and lost. They still win a championship.
Hell no.
The championship.
What's up?
I'm just do a little bit of research, and
Okay.
what now?
Yeah, somewhere in there, 49, yeah.
Okay, so we're coming up 50 years of football. Plus, you know what I'm saying? As guys, I mean, the NFL was around before. I think it was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some shit before that. Like that. Right.
Before. So, where they just had some Super Bowl, whatever, came around. So, we'll just say, give or take 50 years, over the 50 years. And out of 50 seasons of football, this head coaches ever.
Wow. That's really loaded. Oh man.
Right now, I'm looking at this. You two NFL things.
Mm-hmm.
Only 5 of them are combined.
Right.
Marvin Lewis, Cincinnati Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tomlin, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Lee Smith, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jim Caldwell, Detroit Lions. And then you got Todd Bowles,
the Jets coach.
New York Jets. So you're telling me only 5 men, 5 guys, qualified to be head coaches, and 5 out of 32 teams, only 5.
Yeah, that's a fucked up number.
He doesn't have the season. And just like, hey, we don't trust to stay on top of both.
Right.
Get rid of him. Get rid of him so fast. And they don't feel like that. Man. But he's a defensive guy too, you know. He's spent so many years with. They'll be definitely quick to replace.
Right, you already know.
Yeah.
And so before we skip like to some other stuff, I just want to ask one question though. All right, with this in mind, and you know the trust factor not being there, Hugh, I'm gonna go to you on this one first. Do you think that there are some like more black coaches that actually are talented, or is our pool like really that low?
That low, man, because but there's still some black talent and coaches out. There's a lot of good online coaches and stuff like that who basically they well what we were talking about. Definitely when you think you James heard it when he say well, black coaches to say they satisfy the need. So they won't be to the point where they're saying at the end. So like they need to man, like you said, man, just give them a look, man, you know, because there's so many talented black coaches out there, man. So still talent that they could choose people but rather than choose people. Because that league right now, NFL, NBA, what have you done for me lately? So I'll be so lucky. To the point where okay, they're a player.
Right.
After and that's what the team.
Right. Right. Right.
It sounds a little to make it seem like I'm not right. You know, playoff.
here it is.
Right.
Really shocking, man. And it such a after opportunity.
Right. What you say, Jay? Right. Basically. What you think though? You think it's some talent that's being overlooked, or is it just, or are we just really talentless? I mean, it kind of make you feel that way though.
I mean, it does. Like right now, was saying though, if you look on the benches, teams from the NBA, you see a lot of one to bring to mind. Patrick Ewing, he was on the Orlando Magic staff for I don't know how long. You don't understand. Could have been a head coach anywhere else. You know what I mean? I think he's. I mean, just manages team. I usually okay. There is that interview. It's elite. You know what I'm saying? And then the NFL, I was just trying or whatever, but
Right.
there's a lot of qualified black coaches over there. I was thinking sometimes of it is a lot of them probably don't want the job because they'll be under too much pressure. You know what I'm saying? There's too much pressure. See, like somebody else, you know, Rex Ryan or somebody try to get a team together or whatever. You know what I'm saying? With losing records, beat his ass, whoop every Sunday.
Right.
And he was, you know what I'm saying? He got straight off. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it is a talent. Black talent being over.
Yeah.
And like I said, I was a Texas friend of mine, Wayne, and he was saying that he was that it's not really going to change. And some of these black players start speaking up and saying something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of agree. You know, because you look at the NBA, well, if there's the NBA is black. You know what I'm saying? And you're both better players. You know, so it's like with that being football, it's damn their whole league, damn their black. So it's like, come on, man. You know, giving guys career interview and we're not qualified in time. But a lot of them are over 5
Right. Yeah, I don't know if that's something that's ever gonna change. I'm not sure exactly what we need to do in order to, bring that trust factor into the picture. But at this point, definitely it is true that we just don't get the look that other coaches do. And then if we do happen to get an opportunity, then we're on such a short trial, to do some things that some of our counterparts would get 5 or 6 years to do. We only get 3 years to do it, and then it's the axe. Get out of here. All right, we're gonna move away from the coaches though, just for a second, man, before we get off into some deflate gate. But let's talk a little bit about about the playoffs going on, man. It's a surprise, kind of, especially we kind of alluded to this at the beginning, with the Clippers pretty much falling apart. But what y'all think about the playoffs so far, man? And who do you think is go really make a splash in the and I guess we'll call it the final four of the NBA playoffs. Jay, I'm gonna go to you on that one first.
To be totally honest, I think this very, very good. For the simple fact of unpredictability of it. You always pretty much have, your team, whether it's San Antonio, Miami, you know, just those you just know because they got superstar players, all of this. But it's like now, it's not a familiar team, familiar faces, and there's for itself for like LeBron.
Right.
But I've been very, very deep. They were way more than what I expected. I really thought San Antonio was going to kind of do their thing. And then I saw the Clippers beat them. I'm like, okay, Clippers are my pick. Clippers go to the. Y'all heard me. I'm on.
Right.
I'm Clippers in the championship. I'm like, I think they gonna bring it on LA this year. You know what I'm saying? Get their first title and solidify themselves. But what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like Houston was looking the worst out of the last teams that was left.
Yeah.
They were looking horrible.
Right.
But this is my thing. I just didn't understand the collapse. I can understand the game five. The Clippers had they 3 games won. Got their advantage. Close them out. And support your home to game 6. And they let the game so big. Game 6 though, you're play on your home floor. Blowing them away. They took going to 49 scoring streak on you. I scored 49 in the fourth quarter. And lose the game by double digits on your home floor. Like that was baffling. Like to me, that's just shit. Like what I'm saying? Like that's a straight exorcism.
Right.
Like what I'm saying? This demon possessed that team. And it's like these groups had it in their head. You know what I'm saying? So just the unpredictability of the playoffs has just been mind blowing to me, man. I just love it every moment of it. And I'm scared to say who I'm taking, who I'm talking to. I don't know. Like I'm just asking, I don't know. It looks like it's gonna end in state. Because they're so well balanced and they play great basketball. But who knows? Atlanta might have a goddamn trophy, bro.
What? Oh, you fooling now.
Like, who knows now? Nobody knows. So I'll give it to you. You probably pick somebody, but I'm gonna find out, man. I don't know.
What you say, Hugh?
Brother will splash it. Win.
I should have known.
Get more to comment on y'all. I'll feel so with my score. Man, and it's like I'm around the guy with them because of the fact is I think they're out of the team, man, and they're well balanced, but I definitely won't just pick and choose the team, but I definitely picked them before and I still want to go with them, but you know, man, like we were saying, man, last week, we were saying how the match would be to see LeBron, match up against a Blake Griffin and seeing DeAndre Jordan get miles off and all like matches because they equally balanced when it comes down to players now. But to see them getting stuff like that really me definitely like said, man, they were looking like the worst team.
Right.
It was like they had no answer. I don't know what Tell told them guys, man, but to win 3 straight, you know, and they had Golden State by 16 yesterday. But when they came back and won that game, I said, wow, man, this team, man, you really got to put your foot on their throat, man, because as long as they can see a little light, they're going to take that, man. They're going to run with it. Because when I seen the last game when Memphis played them, man, Memphis was really making a run at them. And they got to the point where they were down by 3. Then, like, within a minute, 15 seconds, they were 15 again. It's like, keep, man, will put it on you, they can just put the pressure on you, man. But you never know now, man, because when it comes down to it, it's more shooting and scoring and the Western Conference, man. And I think if Merritt went to, you know, if he let Ty go and went to the West, oh man, he'll be a superstar for them because they let him be over there. The defense not as great as the East, man. So that would be the challenge, man. When, like, say, if Golden State play Cleveland, would they be able to match their intensity, man? Because that's all right now. I've been hearing Atlanta talk about, man, you know, match the Washington intensity. Now we got to try to match, you know, the Cleveland League intensity and see what they have, you know, for the next 2 games or how the series go. But, yeah, man, right now, I'm definitely going to still go with my Golden State, man. I'd really be crushed if they don't pull it out, man. But, hey, man, I basically like seeing Clay. I normally like to see Steph, man. You know, it's amazing, man. Did you see that quarter of a half court? Maybe for the half court, it was a throw of the court shot, man, at the buzzer in the 3rd quarter, man. When I see that, I don't know, man. He's basically probably the best shooter there is, man. And I just feel like it'll be nice. And it'll be a 2v2. I know they're not going to probably match up.
Right.
But to see who they say Fine Things the best player in the game and the best shooter in the game this ever seen. You know, it's kind of giving you that like a Magic Johnson Bird almost all over again. They're at 2 different conferences. But I'll see the build up to that or see where that goes. But I won't count Atlanta out neither because when you count teams out, they seem like they end up pulling a rabbit out the hat. But my pick, man, I'm gonna keep going way on the Golden State, man.
Golden State, all right. Hey, I guess I should have known that you was gonna go with that. I don't even know why I asked. I could have just assumed that anyway. But I guess I want to ask you this though. I mean, since we on the West Coast right now, I know Houston kind of just pulled out something that probably shouldn't have happened in the first place. But what do you think they have a chance at all against Golden State?
Oh.
Damn, Jay.
I think it was close because they had a game, first game. But I'm not saying they're going to win. They're going to lose some close games. What I'm saying, Dave, they're going to lose some close games. They're going to be like, damn, you know, they got beat by 6. Damn, they got beat by 2. They got beat by a point. They going home.
Right.
But then
that's how it's going to be.
But then again, who knows?
You back to that? You back to the who knows?
Hey, they got James so confused right now into that whole situation. I was hurt. I was hurt, but that series right there definitely didn't go the way I planned either. Because, you know, I'm not a fan of Dwight, man. I like James Harden, but never been a fan of Dwight, man. You know, I feel like you probably feel the same way too, man. He was the reason that Sam Van Gundy took the job in the first place, man.
Right.
This is man. Oh man, you know, I respect what he was about when he did that. I thought he went about things the wrong way, and I was like, that was professional, man, because he definitely sticking a knife and twisting it in his back, man. And then out of nowhere, he just disappeared. He fired, And then that still didn't satisfy, he was like, okay, I really have. He was finally saying, like, in the end, for the coach here, I agree with him. For the coach here, I like.
Right.
Next thing you know, man, Saints or no Saints, I want to option.
Right.
And he leaves. He destroyed that team, let them give up, and he hauled ass. And that's one of the reasons why I don't think I like Houston, man. I just don't like them as a person.
Damn. You just gonna get all personal with it?
He was potentially the MVP at first. I just don't like Houston, man, but I couldn't be fair. I don't think that they have this to it, though.
Right. All right.
Because I think for his Draymond Green, man. Draymond Green is a factor right now. The people are not looking at, man. He can check the point guard. The small, man. Everybody looked at him and they criticized him. Y'all heard it all in college. Yeah, might be a small forward in the league, very small, I've been, in the NBA, but, I just don't really think he has to be on the court, man. And he can check these guys are bigger than him. And it's just, I don't know, man. That's what Izzo put in these boys, man. Because, all these Izzo boys, bad boys, man, they can play defense. You know what I'm saying? Get my man's over the back grass off, It's like, whatever the top going to do, he can tell these guys well, man. I just really, none of us expected for mom to be as good as he is. Let's be honest.
Right, that's true. All right. Hey, well, Jay, you already said that you already voiced your opinion before we even got to it for real. But just to jump on the East Coast real quick, man. What about Atlanta though? I really didn't expect Atlanta to be this far anyway. But I mean, is it a chance in hell for them at all? Jay, I'm gonna go to you on that one first. You say what?
I don't think they got one, man.
Okay.
What is gonna stop for me?
Okay.
Just analyzing the series that who's going to run up.
Right.
Sure. More within the game or whatever, not out of the vehicle. Like people thought I was a LeBron hater, but I was a LeBron fan when he was aged. I've always loved his game or whatever, but I just felt like he was good enough, talent-wise, to get Cleveland and get them to a championship. And the way he's playing now, he might, you know what I'm saying? But and I think that'd be a hell of a year.
Right.
Horford, Paul Mills, Damari Carroll.
He said poor Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving. That's tough deal. Cleveland have a W.
Right. Right. Yeah, I guess I could agree to that.
So I will, but I mean, I picked the Lions to win the series because of just how well balanced their team is, and their bigs can score. You don't have Kevin Love, him and Thompson is pretty much one dimensional. You know what I'm saying? And Tristan Thompson he's not polished like Horford is, or Paul Millsap.
Right.
He's going to get outclassed, especially if he's second Paul Millsap. He's going to get outclassed. So it's going to be tough. And they can stretch the floor too. They got big shoot too. Atlanta, I'm talking about.
Right.
So it's going to be tough for it's going to come down to coaching. We're going to see what this European ass coach made of.
You know who else would be like a matinee size? Man, my dude, Schroeder, man. The little weird black guy, man, with the little blonde head, man. That dude, man, he got help, man. That dude out of nowhere just emerged, man. And I was like, who's this dude? But he like a gnat, and he can play defense and
he can say like a gnat.
Man, he gets to that lane.
Right. I feel
yeah, I definitely am interested. I want to see how this game turns too, man, because I really be interested to see where they'll be at a game through. I can go to the state series, is where they
exactly
what's going to happen because like the matchups right now. You know, Houston got some good shooters, but you know. The Ashbrook is on Texas.
No, here we go.
Steph Curry is the shooter. Oh, he's the shooter on that team.
Hold on, there's something else. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, dude. I figured it.
What you figure out?
You remember? Do y'all remember some shows ago? Probably about 3 or 4 shows ago, and I was saying that it was something like Steph Curry is like the best shooter I've ever seen.
Right. I remember.
And I was saying that it was weird because of how the shot is, because he's so fast, but has full extension on the shot. Like full extension with a quick release. And that's almost unheard of. You know what I'm saying? I found out Steph Curry releases the ball on the way up.
I never noticed that.
Your textbook shot is that you release the ball at its highest point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Top of your jump, you release the ball. Obviously. So your shot goes through pretty much 3 processes. Saying your setup, know what I'm saying, you bring it up to like the top of your head, then your release point, you know, your follow through or whatever. He releases the ball on the way up. So when he's going up, the ball is coming out of his hand. So by the time he's following through, the ball is like at the tip of his feet. It's already that's ridiculous.
Yeah, alien come.
They made him in the lab or something. Like he got rejected with some shit. Like, oh man,
Got to be something.
and make him good. That's almost impossible. Like to have an act out like that on the way up, man. That's all supposed to hurt us. It's ridiculous.
Say an alien though. They're like, what is this shit? No, I feel
This thing stepped up yesterday's game, though, man. It was like, I actually went, I thought the game was open tonight, man, but still, look, I'm definitely on the path between both of them. Yeah, you know, I just before the officer, this turning in enough.
right.
It's always real interesting.
Right. I bet. I didn't even catch the yeah, I didn't even catch it.
I heard him say yesterday too, and for the Golden State the Phillies, you know, the Phillies before I go remember what it's about, you know, he was saying he came to Jordan Howard and Hackle, who was mainly this Dr. Pat and you whip out of yourself.
Right.
And here was just take it nationalism into the game. And he said, there's a possibility it might change that rule.
Right. Hey, well, look, let me ask you this. So this is I know obviously it's I know that Jay mentioned this. I think it was last week when he was talking about the remote control balls and shit. But do you think is it? Hey, do you think it's gonna be like a real push though? Like honestly, for it to end up being a Cleveland and Golden State finals?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. Mm. Right.
People were saying, and that was one of the in history. At the time, you know, when he was commissioner at the time, he like, we need a switch. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? somebody who can draw that little TV, you know what I'm saying, to the TV.
Right.
Or the casual NBA fan, you know, to watch it. So you gotta have a faith in it. So for to have a state of people would really watch the NBA like that. I know us guys good, and we appreciate it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because we appreciate it. We know how to dissect it, and we know how to watch a basketball game.
Right.
So, and watch everything that goes on within the game. But your casual fan is like, man, bored as hell, fucking 85 and, you know what I'm saying? 85 and,
right.
I want to see some alley-oop.
Right, I want to see all that shit.
So, right. So it's like, you look at it from a fan perspective. True basketball fan perspective. What's gonna go on?
Right.
You know, you got to step in there. You almost gotta have a LeBron.
He said you almost gotta have one.
Yeah, you almost have some faith in there. That's it. I mean, just watch. Pay close attention. Now, I'm not saying it's a theory, but pay close attention. The hottest this series about to be Atlanta and Cleveland.
Okay.
Watch closely. How the series goes. Watch the Cleveland players gonna look close to the series. Watch. I'm just keep an eye on it.
All right, I'm gonna remember you said that.
Keep an eye. Keep an eye. I'm behind. They back forward and all that.
No damn remote controls, man.
The remote control please. Tell you right now.
Man, please. On that note, man, remote control balls and shit like that, man, we're gonna move it right along. But speaking of balls though, man, we gotta get on Deflategate. Now, we're gonna move over to Robert Kraft, and I know this is Hugh's favorite team, so we try not to be too derogatory. But all right, so he Robert Kraft ended up dropping the appeal for the Deflategate penalties. First of all, Hugh, I just want to ask you, what do you think about that decision?
I think that he just did it bad because he wanted to do the best for all the 13 teams, because I thought when he was so heated that he was going to really take there and he was going to try to sue. You know, definitely talking about Roger Goodell. And I think he took a step back and looked at it like he wasn't greater than all the other 31 ones.
Right.
Well, I feel like though, well, they about the whole thing was the people feel like him dropping the charge, which is what saying, hey, if you want to penalize us, then we'll fix it.
Right.
So there's been a long drawn out fight. The worst thing that happened is the commissioner getting to a fight with the owner, or like one of the more powerful Robert Kraft is not just kind of linking up with probably what one of the most powerful, more influential owners. So or he felt like it's
right.
And at the same time, I feel like with this issue still pending, because I don't feel like it's going to really do anything like have an impact on what.
Right. Okay. All right, what you say, Jay? You think it was a good decision?
think he moved into the check. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody in tech, you get no this shit. You want to get the deal on those.
Really?
Do what you can do. Fine, we're gonna. But in the back, it'll phase you.
Right.
Hey, you know, the commission. Not. And on the top of it, so, hey, like that's probably how it looks. So my whole thing is, because I spit off last week, beginning of this week, he was mad. He was like, how the hell so give us all these penalties and suspend our quarter sufficient is evident. So now is pretty much not you know what I'm saying? Yeah, our shit starts pretty much starts is break.
Right.
So get your little penalty. Watch where you want to be. And then we're gonna get that split.
Right.
When another commissioner comes in.
Well,
So I think this was a power, and then I think he didn't want to really get in time for Brady handling and whatever. Because in the NFLPA, the players are making sure Tom Brady, you know, matter the right way, and you know he's getting the shape and stuff like
right.
that. I know Hunter DeVille in trouble for how he handled Adrian Peterson.
That's true.
Too late.
That's true.
I don't think.
Right.
Especially you really fish rock. On Patriots history, you know, without sufficient evidence, you can't. And that they got Tom Brady because he wouldn't give up the field.
I will with that in mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hugh.
Situation. It was like 4-4. You know, easily whatever for 20. And it's like, okay, so when for key So it's like he let Troy Vincent get, so it was like whatever he say, I'm cool.
Right. Well, let me ask you this too. I know you kind of alluded to where this gonna lead Tom Brady, and like he has an opportunity to do his own appeal, right? Now, with that in mind, if Robert Kraft declined to appeal, like where does that leave Tom Brady? Hugh, I'm gonna let you go on that one.
I think it's gonna still give him that because of he's killing it, man. Why I feel like with James, it could be definitely I felt because it's basically speak of Robert Kraft taking us back and saying, well, we'll take, our penalty. We're not gonna feel it. We'll take the penalty that you give to us.
Right.
That can give Brady more of a chance to do. He must have something. For the organ blow on him and focus on him. He has something, whatever for new evidence that he brings, it's going to be actually interesting because in this case now I'm looking like they have something. They have to have something to really do this appeal before pages to simply let it.
Right. Now, I guess the thing is too though is if he does end up appealing, I'm starting to think that now his case won't be as strong because now his owner has kind of backed out. So now I think that was kind of his back support there, and I'm surprised actually that Robert Kraft didn't do the appeal, only because I think that obviously the sanctions are kind of a bit much. So I mean I know that Jay said that this is probably like some kind of chess move or something, but at the same time it's giving Goodell that power to make it seem like his decision was right the first time, and I don't really think it is. So I don't know if it is a chess move. I don't know if it was necessarily a good one. What you think, Hugh?
I think right now with this whole situation, man, I still think that he let maybe I know it. Ready to win. They'd rather take them Philippines to have to play it or leave. They would
True.
playing with everybody that said I leave, but they didn't really make something for what I see.
Right.
Those penalties really didn't make them that bad because he had 2 first-round picks that year when he was one of the picks, So
Right.
like now the focus on Brady's case, because I feel like if Brady somehow get those penalties cut down or but at the same time, though, don't get me wrong. Me being a fan too, I already know that Tom Brady's went.
Right.
They probably only got a good 1 year maybe 2.
Maybe 2. Right.
But actually, college, man, you know, he started developing these guys. So he might not play this year to get in trouble, or if he have a long of a suspension, you know, but that'll give him a chance to show it. Yeah, we already know now. Their Osweiler right in there. I would definitely be interested. Having a future quarterback, man.
What you Jay? What you think though? You think that his case or Tom Brady's case gonna be weakened because Robert Kraft didn't he didn't go forward with his? Really?
Because insufficient evidence. I'm gonna have it look at. I mean, they're really going to look at what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, y'all didn't find on break. Reinstated. You know what I'm saying? Or his games got cut to whatever.
Right.
We don't fit everything in Roger Goodell. Like, all of it on Roger Goodell. You got to deal with and the NFLPA. You know what I'm saying? And lately, the NFLPA has been doing damn.
Right. The golden boy.
So, I mean, Goodell was even talking about he thought the penalties, you know what I'm saying, for this too hard, and he gonna read at it, all this. So he already in this book. So I think it's strengthened by what's that focus on, you know, confidence. Get rid of it. But thanks to don't get elected.
Oh, okay. So you really believe that, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll completely be lifted. I might be tempted to agree that maybe it'll be lessened, but I don't think they'll completely remove it. What you think, Hugh?
My thing is they did was a possibility.
Yeah, it's a reasonable doubt.
Possibility he did know, and then a possibility he didn't know. So, stalemate. You're stalemated.
Yeah.
I feel that, but for that reason, that's why I said that they may lessen it, but I can't say that they can completely remove it though, because it is that possibility. What you say, Hugh?
It's a possibility.
It's football, man. You can't use the word persecution.
Well, a law order CSI. You know what I'm saying? And they're supposed to be playing with them when they can even if I'm taking them to the Supreme Court.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, with that leverage,
he don't got facts.
Without probable evidence, like the real deal evidence.
Right. Okay.
They also open Brady up too. They also open Brady up. We take it to court for any kind of outside of the NFL judge system, and you take it, to the U.S. system. And now you got so
That's true.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I feel. So like he didn't present to, I think that he have a right to as a privacy, but they hit so hard on him too because they like he didn't cooperate, with obviously he didn't have them strong, but they felt like that for him, and not only that, but then so they feel like they already done hooked up on the penalties because I said, damn, if the Atlanta Falcons and the Browns the coach and the coach.
Right.
They got hit with those harsh hits, which I still feel like those hits was harsh as hell. I got to figure that like, the Patriots and Tom Brady was messing with the integrity of the league. I definitely thought they was going to come down harder on him, as far as with it's not on with the shoot that happened.
Right.
Which is said he may or may not do and all this BS. I just don't feel like it is fair and it's fact. We go on things because of facts, and you don't have the facts or you don't have the proof to really penalize them so much. And you already threw, the people as the doing the things with he's a quarterback as well.
Right.
We talked about before, James, man, the rest who touch the damn balls don't get
Exactly.
and true for somebody to whisper something in their ear like some balls might be the slaves the papers use it to realize this may or may not have been wrong, it's just bullshit. Because at the end of the day, they were the balls all along. But at the same time, this was me off, we discussed this last week, is the fact that okay, kind of balls, they didn't see the ball at the time when they got the heads up, then they switched out to other balls that they had.
Right.
So the replacing RPA eyeball, and they looked the calls that second half.
True.
You guys supposed to play to fix the problem. How the hell is it such a big issue now when you supposed to got
right? It's not actually.
How the hell some players didn't or realize what was going on? They deal with this type of stuff all the time. How come they're not being brought up in this situation? That's why I'm just not understanding. There's so many missing pieces in this puzzle that I'm starting to get situated. And then definitely talking.
When you have I gotta say this. When you have a team that's consistently winning, when the last time Patriots been before? Tell me that.
I'm not really sure.
Right, it's been that long.
This time Brady's been to something. When the last time he missed the playoffs?
Yeah, it's been a while.
And the last, what did he take over? Was it like early 2000s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that 1 year when he got, they still were in the record, but you know what I'm saying? They still, but what's the guy name? Quarterback.
Matt Castle.
Frank, yeah, Cass.
Matt Castle.
How's it, Frank?
Motherfucker threw for like 4,000 yards that year.
Right.
And you know, he had a 6 record. They, you know, they pretty much capped out the playoffs for it was a technicality, pretty much, you know. But in all those years, only one playoff win, and then they're like winning a Super Bowl, and just constantly winning their divisions, and just, I mean, they're just on top. It's just, and people gonna get pissed off. They gonna get seeing you. They gonna, you know, and just accuse you of all types of bullshit and try everything they can do to get leverage on you. So you know what I'm saying? They can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the referees, like you were saying, referees took the goddamn ball the whole game. They didn't say shit. It's somebody from the coach.
Exactly.
To get a little interception. An interception. And I keep saying that because when they had the underplay the ball, the one where your Tom Brady threw 2 interceptions in the half. Bill got the interception and just, you know, this ball feels funny. Oh, somebody from the newspaper on that. Bull crap.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh shit, we got 3 minutes? Damn, we've been talking.
we've been kicking it hard. Yeah.
Man, we gotta get out of here. My daughter is looking at me like,
Yeah, on that note, man, I guess it is time to wrap it up, man. We've been chopping it up for a long time. We done went from slaves on the $20 bill to Deflategate, man. It just went everywhere tonight. Hey, I wanna thank everybody that checked us out on eblockradio.com, everybody that checked us out on YouTube. All the calls that called in was scared to say something. It's all good, man. Maybe next week you'll say something, hit that #1 key. But on that note, man, I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody who's been checking us out. And don't forget, if you want to check out all the replays, all you gotta do is go to www.eblockradio.com, or you can actually download the mobile application right from Google Play. Fellas, we up out of here, man. Thank my host, dog, Jay. You know what I'm saying? My man, Hugh. And of course, man, your dog, the Hood Howard Stern Q Lewis, signing out. We up out of here, man. Check y'all out next week.
all right, y'all. Peace. Thanks for listening.
For sure.